If I give my heart to you, will you handle it with care? Will you always treat me tenderly and in every way be fair? If I give my heart to you, will you give me all you love? Will you swear that you'll be true to me by the light that shines above? And will you sigh with me when I'm sad? Smile with me when I'm glad, and always be as you are with me tonight. Think it over and be sure. Please don't answer till you do. When you promise all those things to me, then I'll give my heart to you. And will you sigh with me when I'm sad? Smile with me when I'm glad, and always be as you are with me tonight. Think it over and be sure. Please don't answer till you do. When you promise all those things to me, then I'll give my heart to you.
Hello everyone and welcome as we discuss yet another one of the 5 love languages. It is now time for Christmas. It is now time for celebration, for the end of the year and for gifts, for teachers and all kinds of little gifts, all kinds of gifting. I always find it so interesting when I speak to people about the 5 love languages, how many people are embarrassed to admit that they love receiving gifts. How sad is that? We are so programmed to give and not receive. It is quite interesting. I was taught quite an important lesson a few years ago when there was a man working across the road from where I was living, and he was aware that I needed to make some changes to my home in order to have a decent working area. I was doing massaging and readings and stuff at the time, and he appeared at my door whilst I was away from the house and put in a ceiling for me. And then he removed my very old and very battered garage door, bricked it all up and put in a beautiful window and everything, made my place look professional. This was very difficult for me because it had been done by somebody whom I had discussed it with, but I never asked him to do this. And yet he did do it, and he did it at a time when I was not at home, because he said to me he knew I would not accept this. So he came in during my absence, made all the changes, and then disappeared. I could not find him for months. And then one day I ran into him, quite by accident, or Spirit would say by design. And I said to him, I don't know what to say to you. I'm absolutely speechless because what you have done for me was so big. It made such a big difference in my life, and it's added unbelievable value to my home. And I don't know how to repay you. I'm embarrassed. And on that occasion, he said to me, I have had a difficult life, but God has been good to me. And God has put me in a position where I was able to do this for you. That was a gift, not from me, it was from God. I was the instrument. And you need to learn, not only with big things like this, because he realized that it was big for me, not only with big things like this, but even with the tiniest things, that receiving a gift needs to be done with grace, because it is receiving an outpouring of love, acknowledgement, recognition from Spirit, ultimately. Because it doesn't matter who gives you a gift, if it comes from their heart, it comes from their soul. It comes from the Christ within them. I don't think I could ever explain to you what that did for me, how that affected me. It affected my life for a very, very long time. In fact, we are talking 30 years ago, and this year again, God brought me to my knees with a gift that I just did not know how to say thank you for adequately. But it's not about what we say. It's about how we receive. It is about how we appreciate. Giving gifts to somebody is something that so many people love doing. I can't tell you how many people love giving gifts. So many. There's nothing nicer than to walk into a shop and to see something that reminds you of someone. You go and you buy it. You can't wait to see that person again, to give it to them. You know, I have a friend who, from the time my son met her, he was 3 when he met her, she would always give him a Kit Kat. She referred to herself as the Kit Kat monkey. She would always give him a Kit Kat. And to this day, when he gets a Kit Kat, he thinks of it fondly. He thinks of her fondly. Because she gave it with heart. She gave it with love. There are so many things that people give to us just because in the moment they thought of us. Then, of course, there's the other thing. There is being able to go and buy a gift for someone. And we're standing, as I said earlier, in front of the holiday season, the time for giving. This is the time when we start thinking of Christmas gifts. And some people go, oh God, gotta go and look for gifts. Where others go, oh yay, I can go shopping for Christmas gifts. This is going to be so exciting. And some people make an outing of it. I am going to go this weekend and this is what I'm going to buy. And they make lists What would I like to get for this one? What would I like to get for that one? We have a friend who has a beauty salon, and she's just made little gifts, handmade gifts to give to her clients. And she sent me pictures of it and said, not quite what I wanted, but I suppose it's the thought that counts. Oh yes, it's the thought that counts. Oh yes, it's the fact that you are taking the time, the money, the effort, and the intent to give them something to say thank you for supporting me throughout the year. Thank you for contributing to making my life and my business a success. I appreciate what you have done for me through the year. And we don't always know our clients well enough to know what would be a good gift for them. But if it comes from the heart, then your gift will always, always, always find the right place in their hearts and in their lives. For me, I always think sitting and thinking about my people, the people that I love, the people who enrich my life throughout the year, whether it is at Christmas time, which is more generic, I suppose, or during their birthdays. There's so much time that we can look back on after a year spent in friendship. And then there are people who we do business with. They're not necessarily friends. They're colleagues, acquaintances. But when it comes to buying gifts for them, we do it, hopefully, because we want to, not because we feel we have to. We're buying something for them because we want to. We give it some thought. We put some thought into it. And if we don't know them, we can still give a gift that always gives back. Candles bring light. Flowers bring joy. There's still enough time now. If you want to go and pick some flowers and dry them, what magic that is. I love drying flowers. And then making them a Christmas card with your own handmade or dried flowers. That is more than enough of a gift because it carries the symbolism of your love and who you are. And it says, I've thought of you. I thought of you. I've taken the time and getting a gift for you. Whether it is thinking about one, whether it is going out and getting one, it has given me joy. It has given me pleasure. But what we forget is that receiving, getting a gift, is the flip side of the same coin. Because giving gifts normally make us feel good. It's something which uplifts us. It's something that normally, if we're giving it with the right intent, always will give back. Even if it is just the joy to see the glee and the enjoyment that another person receives or feels when they receive a gift. But we become embarrassed. How many people do you know, or how many of you actually feel embarrassed receiving gifts? Think people who love getting gifts are arrogant, or I don't even know what people think, but a lot of people kind of scoff at the idea of receiving gifts. What utter nonsense. Because if somebody wants to give you a gift, if they are able to gift you whether it is with the tiniest thing. It is the idea that counts. I have a little fridge, kind of a fridge magnet. I'm not sure. A little chicken that sits on a magnet on my dressing table. And every morning when I see it, I say, "Hello, Tony." Because she gave it to me one day. One day she was rolling around the Midlands and she saw this little magnetic chicken and got it for me. And for me, that was a thought. That was a thought that she had in that moment. A thought that made her think of me, of times we've spent together. Maybe something that I mean in her life. And you know what? We do mean something in other people's lives. And when they give us gifts, it's because they want to. It's because they value us. And if we have such difficulty accepting it, the sad truth is they give it to us, believing in us more or acknowledging us more than we do ourselves. Do not think for one moment that giving gifts gives you joy and that is a one-way street. Receiving gifts with grace, with absolute joy, gives so much joy to the person who is giving it. Dismissing a gift because you do not have it in you to receive with grace has the potential to hurt the other person. And the other person is thinking of it and giving it to you because they want to, because they can, and because they want to say, "I love you so much." We need to get beyond our ideas of what is acceptable and not acceptable. We need to get beyond the ideas of, do I really want to show people how I meant and how I felt about that? Or do I just brush it off and say, okay, well, thanks. And if somebody gives you a gift that you can use it. Use it with such commitment. Use it with joy. Because they give it to you with that intent. Whether you are giving or receiving gifts, do it with intent. That is the secret of giving and receiving. And it's also the secret of intent, of the gifts, choosing the gifts. I will tell you, I need to sit at my desk and look around, and it is so amazing because I have beautiful sage that was given to me by Charlene all the way from America. The real Dinkum sage that they use in their ceremonies. Other people will see it there and just think it's leaves, but it's not. The other thing that I have on my desk, very often, more often than not, is a rose. Either one really special one, or a small bunch of roses gathered from the garden, and we're very blessed to have beautiful roses, or beautiful flowers in general. Those roses picked in the garden for me. When Lorenzo goes out in the mornings and takes the secateurs with him, goes or feeds the chickens and comes home via a rose bush. It means so much. I absolutely love it. Even our gardeners know to do that. Some of my staff bought in some lemon verbena this week, knowing that I love the smell of it. Those are gifts, because those are ideas that came to them that made them think of me. Gifts take many forms. It can be in actual physical gifts. It can be in something that is symbolic. It can be an acknowledgement. It can be something they made or that we made for them. Whatever it is, if you are going to give a gift to someone, give it with pure intent. Because if you do, you cannot help but uplift that person. And when you receive a gift, receive it with grace. Receive it with gratitude and receive it with joy. That way, that gift brings joy to two people, not just you, but also to the giver. And please, don't be shy. Don't hesitate. Tell people that you love receiving gifts. I do. Yeah, maybe there's a child in me that loves getting gifts. But it's wonderful. It's such an exchange of love energy. Because I love to give. And in the same breath, I love to receive. It is such a pure exchange of love, of acceptance, of ourselves. May you be gifted with so much during these holidays. Our affirmation for today. In my hands, the gift of this day will unfold in wonder. In my hands, the gift of this day will unfold in wonder. Beloved Father, Mother God, we stand at the end of one and the start of a new week. Let us take this time to look back, not only over this week, but over this year, at all the gifts that we have received so unconditionally, so freely from you. We have received another day, every morning a new sunrise. We have received the gift of friendship from those that share our lives. Many of us, the majority of us, have received the gift of health. And where there are those who have gone through pain and illness in the past year, bring to them the gift of wisdom that they may understand why they have chosen this path. Thank you for the gift of friends, of colleagues, of acquaintances who may have touched our lives in ways we could never have anticipated. Thank you for the people whom we love, for our ability to love. And thank you for using us as expressions of your love in other people's lives. Help us to never forget that we too are gifts to the people who share our lives. Please guide us, teach us in wisdom and in humble grace every day. Amen.
If I give my heart to you, will you handle it with care? Will you always treat me tenderly and in every way be fair? If I give my heart to you, will you give me all your love? Will you swear that you'll be true to